The Little Yellow Leaf by Carin Berger. It was autumn. In the hush of the forest, a lone yellow leaf clung to the branch of a great oak tree. "I'm not ready yet," thought the little yellow leaf, as a riot of fiery leaves chased and swirled round the tree. "Not yet," thought the little yellow leaf. So there's the little yellow leaf, and he's still attached to the oak tree, as the afternoon sun beckoned and teased. "Not ready," thought the little yellow leaf, as apples grew musky, pumpkins grew heavy, and flocks of geese took wing. So here are all the things that indicate that fall is coming, or autumn. The geese are flying south, the pumpkins are getting heavy and ripe, the mushrooms are ready, the apples are ready. "Still not," he thought, as the other leaves gathered into great heaps, crackly dry, where children played. A chill filled the air, and the sun sank slow. "Not ready," thought the little yellow leaf, as a heavy harvest moon bloomed amber in the starry sky. "Not yet, not yet, not yet," through the long night snow flurried, and the little yellow leaf held fast to the great oak tree. So there it is, still attached to the oak tree, and the snow is starting to fall. Days passed by, and still the little yellow leaf held tight, alone, and he searched the bare branches, covered only with a shimmer of snow, alone. And then high up on an icy branch, a scarlet flash, one more leaf holding tight. So here's the little yellow leaf, and over there is a scarlet colored leaf. "You're here?" called the little yellow leaf. "I am," said the little scarlet leaf. "Like me," said the little yellow leaf. Neither spoke. Finally, "Will you?" asked the little scarlet leaf. "I will," said the little yellow leaf. And 1, 2, 3, they let go and soared. So there they are. You can follow the trail, and off the two leaves went off the oak tree. Into the waiting wind they danced, off and away, away and away. So there they go, together. So our craft today is some leaf crafts. So what you need to do first is go out to the park or your yard or on a walking trail and find a collection of leaves. So you just get as many unique and different leaves as you can. And then you're going to make a craft. So I looked up on Google and I found a whole bunch of different animals that you can make with leaves. So if you have a parent and you can do that, I started out by making a deer. So I used a yellow leaf, and then I used some skinny red leaves, and I made antlers, and then I cut some little pieces of a green leaf to make his ears and his nose. And I've done the same for a butterfly. So another example that I'm going to make is a little chick. And I'm going to start out with a large yellow leaf and a small yellow leaf. And I'm using some white glue, and I'll put some glue on the back of my leaf. Now try to do the edges of your leaf so that you can glue it down tight. And at first it'll seem like your leaf won't want to glue down, but if you get it on your paper the way that you want it, and then press down your leaf like that. And then when we're all done and we let it dry overnight, we will press it again. So for now, if you've glued the edge of your leaf all the way down, the best that you can, And then I'm going to take another small yellow leaf with the stem still attached, and I'm going to attach that onto that same leaf for my little chick's wing. So I'm just lining the outside of my leaf, and I'm going to put a teeny bit on the stem. So that's what the back of my leaf is going to look like, and I'm going to attach it onto my chick's body. So I'm going to find the spine of my leaf, and I'm going to line it up with the spine of the leaf that I just glued, and I'm going to attach it there. So that's what you have so far, is your chick's body and his wing. Now I'm just taking the stems of some colored leaves. So these red leaves have a nice dark stem, and I'm going to use those for his legs. So I have two little pieces that I've cut, and I'm going to put a dab of glue on each of those, and I'm going to hold my piece of paper and attach his feet, or his legs. So there we go. And then, because my leaf that I have here, the stem came detached, I'm going to use a little piece of another stem, and I'm just going to attach that for my chick's little beak. So right there, I've attached a little piece for a beak. And then for the eye, I'm just going to use a black Sharpie, and I'm going to add a little eye on the corner of my little chick. And then I'm going to make a baby chick. So I'm going to sort of follow the same idea. I have a smaller leaf. And if your leaf doesn't have quite the right shape to make it look like he has a head, you could just trim off a little section. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of my leaf, and I'm going to press it down on my page. And then, since the baby chick is so small, I'm not going to add some wings, but I'm going to use some stems from another red leaf so that we can have nice dark legs. I'm going to attach those. So there's the baby chick, and then I'm just going to make a little dot for the eye. So there's the mom and the baby. And if you do it on your piece of cardstock and you fold it, you can use it as a card. So overnight, I used something very heavy. So you can use a plate, maybe a dinner plate with a can on top. I used the hole puncher, and I just laid it on top of my leaves and my glued card overnight. And then the next day, the glue was dry, and the leaves have attached nicely to my paper, and they didn't crinkle as much around the edges using the heavy weight. So you can make your own cards by collecting your leaves and making your own animals.